Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Shinne Tapishe. To all my returning subscribers, welcome. If you're new, kindly click on the red button that says subscribe. Please don't forget to click on the notification bell. I'm at Helsinki, Finland, to be precise, at the Presbyterian Church, and I'll be sharing the sermon with you. Thank you.
From the Gospel according to St. John chapter 6, verse 66 to 68. John 6, 66 to 68. From this time, many of his disciples turned back and no longer followed him. You do not want to leave too, do you? Jesus asked the 12. Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. We believe and know that you are the Holy One of God. This is the word of the Lord. Let us pray. Faithful God and Father, your word is sharper than any two-edged sword. We bring ourselves to you this time as we speak and listen to your word, that you would speak in our hearts and that you would change and transform us into vessels of greater beauty. Through Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord, we pray. Amen. You do not want to go away also, do you?
Lord, to whom shall we go?
Well, friends, people are always going away or wanting to go away. When the paycheck is no longer juicy enough to meet our demands, we want to change the job and walk away. When friends become foes and blackmail and backstab us, you want to go away from them. When your spouse has become a monster and has transformed you into a punching bag, or made you an element of ridicule, sometimes you want to go away. When life is tough and the task of taking care of the children as a single mom has become uncongenial, when the joy of marriage has become betrayed by a cheating partner, or a lousy wife, or a nagging wife, or a selfish man, people are always wanting to go away or looking for alternatives. You do not want to go away also, do you?
Lord, to whom shall we go?
When the church has become so fractious, so that pastors fight amongst themselves, and some Christians fight with pastors, and the reputation of some pastors have been marked by different forms of misconduct, including covetous materialism. Many Christians simply want to go. They want to go. Even if they don't know what they are going away to, they think the best thing to do is go. But you do not want to go away also, do you? And sometimes, when friends desert us, it becomes a very lonely road. As his uncle's football team suffered through a poor season in the early 1970s, head coach Pepe Rogers came under intense criticism and pressure from alumni and fans. Things got so bad, he remembers with a smile, that friends became hard to find. Those that were on the bandwagon when they were winning had evacuated the bandwagon like rats leaving a sinking ship. Rogers said of that year, "My dog was my only true friend." One day he said to his wife, "Every man needs at least 2 good friends." That afternoon, she bought him another dog. E.C. Mackenzie was right in commenting that a friend is someone who walks into your world when everyone else walks out. Beloved in the Lord Jesus Christ, here is a passage instinct with tragedy. For in it is the beginning of the end. There was a time when people came to Jesus in large numbers. When he was in Jerusalem at the Passover, many saw his miracles and believed in his name. So many came to be baptized by his disciples that the numbers were embarrassing. In Galilee, for example, the crowds flocked after him just the day before. But the tone of things had changed. From now on, there was a growing hatred, which was going to culminate in the cross. Already, John launches us on the last act of the tragedy. The people were leaving because they had only wanted a crown and not a cross. You do not want to go away also, do you?
Lord, to whom shall we go?
Friends, it is circumstances like that, difficult circumstances, which reveal the hearts of people and show them in their true colors. And what we learn immediately from this is that everyone has a Palm Sunday, a Good Friday, and possibly a Resurrection Sunday. In the present circumstances of our text, there were two different attitudes to Jesus, and so I have 2 points for you. The first is that there was defection, that his people left Jesus and will no longer follow him. Some turned back and walked with him no more. They drifted away for various reasons. Some saw quite clearly where Jesus was heading. It was not possible to challenge the authorities as he was doing and get away with it. He was heading for disaster, and they were getting out in time before they perished with him. They were fair weather fellows. You think of fair weather friends? There are many. Those who drifted away would have stuck by Jesus so long as his career was on the upward way. But at the first shadow of the cross, they left him. You do not want to go away also, do you?
Lord, to whom shall we go?
What I learned from this text is that people would stay if things were going well, but would desert us when the challenges come. You think of fair weather friends, fair weather people in your lives. It may be in relationships or in other social contexts. Think, for example, of marriages. Maybe you are a woman. You came into your marriage home with great expectation. The man looked rich and handsome. He was at the peak of his career, and you knew everything would be fine. Now business is not as good and returns are not as sufficient to meet your demands in an age where everybody is fascinated by the fascination of fashion. You can no longer get the latest phone or car or designer dresses. You think of your friends in similar situations who have left their husbands, and so you want to live too, and to look for a new excitement and a new life. You do not want to go away also, do you? Maybe you are a man. You married your wife when she was at the prime of life, young, pretty, and outstanding. And now after having children, her physiological arrangement is completely transformed. You are now comparing her with young girls out there and compelling her to be like them. In your estimation, she's no longer the woman you married. And you long to have something better, something more beautiful. You have forgotten that she is the mother of your children and that her current structure is as a result of the time you have spent together. Without any regard to the years you have spent together and endured together, and the children you have brought forth, you are thinking of leaving her for a new and better fellow in much the same way as some of your friends have done. You do not want to go away also, do you?
Lord, to whom shall we go?
Think of the fractiousness that is now in our home country, Cameroon, and elsewhere, caused partly by a few privileged persons who use our cultural diversity in Cameroon or the fragile structures of the institution to their own advantage by contriving acts of division as they promote their own egos and self-interest. But our country, Cameroon, has also been brought to its knees by a dysfunctional new colonial political system of patrimony and clientelism, which marginalizes whole sections of a culture within a country. And when you imagine that those who dare to challenge the status quo or speak truth to power are likely to end up in maximum security prisons or face the wrath of the privileged persons in an institution, you just want to surrender and walk away. Maybe you are one with a good social conscience. You have been a voice for the past years, fronting talks in Cameroon about the worsening socio-political problems in the Anglophone regions. Now you feel overwhelmed and discouraged because your efforts seem to be in vain. And so you want to give up the challenge and the challenge of the powers. Maybe that you are even hated by your colleagues and friends for doing the right thing in your office, or for trying to promote issues of social justice in the group, in the church or communities, or in the country at large. You cannot cope with your inability to effect change in context of corruption and increasing injustice, and you want also to go away. But you know, friends, how the prophet Amos described the powerful and unjust people and systems of his time. He said, "You people hate anyone who challenges injustice and speaks the whole truth in courts. You have oppressed the poor and robbed them of their grain. I know how terrible your sins are and how many crimes you have committed. You persecute good people, take bribes, and prevent the poor from getting justice." Then Amos admonished them, "Make it your aim to do what is right, not what is evil, so that you may live. Hate what is evil, love what is good, and see that justice prevails." It is a call not to resign, but to keep on doing what is right as we fight for justice, both in our country and even wherever we are. However, dear brothers and sisters, as we complain about our country and even our leaders in secular society and in the church, we need to ask that we are contributing to the welfare of the state or even of the church. How we too are negatively contributing to the problem or not helping to salvage the problem at all. When the disciples came to Jesus, their point of view was that they had come to Jesus to get something from him. When it came to suffering for him and giving to him, they quit. That attitude is reminiscent of us in the 21st century church, where it is easy to criticize and to quit when the church is at a point of suffering and difficulty than to suffer with it and to fix it. You do not want to go away also, do you?
Lord, to whom shall we go?
I am sure you all know, as I don't need to remind you, that the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon recently was hit hard by a social media saga, especially in the last months leading up to elections of the moderator and the synod clerk, which took place last Monday. An election that at once more profiled that has re-elected the moderator and elected the Presbyterian Secretary of East Mungu South as the synod clerk. In the last 9 months, some senior pastors of the church, who by virtue of their long years of service and privileged positions should have upheld the integrity of the church, rather colluded with younger colleagues to present the church as the most corrupt and despicable institution. The writings have ranged from allegations of embezzlement, fraud, and complacency on the part of our leaders. But while it is difficult to simply dismiss those allegations as false, one wonders why the concerned authorities fail to subject themselves to rigorous scrutiny in order to frustrate their detractors, if innocent, while we deeply lament the cynical wickedness of some of our senior colleagues and church officers who have misled younger ones and plunged them into disciplinary sanctions. In the general scheme of things too, some committed members of the church have taken the easy way out. Either resign and promote the blackmail, or simply withdraw and allow the system to fail if at all there is evidence of a weakening institution due to corruption and paternalism. Some have even threatened to leave the church in much the same way as some disciples left when they found it difficult to cope with the challenges that came with following Christ. But we do not want to go away also. Do you? Beloved in the Lord, no one can give so much as Jesus. But if we come to him solely to get and never to give, we will certainly turn back. If we want to follow Jesus, we must remember that in following him, there is always a cross. And the same is true of the church. The church has its high and low moments, and no one can give so much as the church. But if we come to the church hoping to find a perfect institution, then we are likely to go away. And so there is always the good news. And that is my second point, a determination to stay with the Lord. Our Lord had said to the 12, when many went back, "Will you also go away?" At once Peter replied, with characteristic zeal and fervor, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. And we believe and are sure that you are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Peter's loyalty was based on a personal relationship to Jesus Christ. But the question with which Peter began was just as remarkable as his confession. "To whom shall we go?" said the noble-hearted apostle. "Whom shall we follow? To what teacher shall we take ourselves? Where shall we find any guide to heaven to compare with you? What shall we gain by forsaking you? What scribe, what Pharisee, what Sadducee, what priest, what rabbi can show us such words of eternal life as you show?" The question is one which every true Christian should boldly ask when urged and tempted to give up his or her religion and go back to the world. Because it is easy for those who hate us to pick holes in our conduct, to make objections to our doctrines, to find fault with our practices. It may be hard sometimes to give them any answer. But after all, to whom shall we go? If we give up what we have grown to enjoy, where shall we find such peace and hope and solid comfort as in serving Christ even in the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon, however poorly we serve him? Can we better ourselves by turning our back on Christ and our church and going back to our old ways? We cannot. Then let us hold on our way and persevere. In the last analysis, Christianity is not a philosophy which we accept, nor a theory to which we give allegiance. It is a personal response to Jesus Christ. It is the allegiance and the love which we give because our hearts will not allow us to do anything else. So friends, I ask you again this afternoon, you do not want to go away also, do you? Beloved in the Lord Jesus Christ, I don't know how you came to church this afternoon, and I do not know many of you. Probably you came with a specific burden in your life. Maybe it is a family situation that is difficult for you to solve, both here and in Cameroon. Maybe it is a difficult marriage, that you no longer understand your husband or your wife. Maybe it is even a difficult child, that you no longer understand your children and you want to resign. But here is the good news. There is nothing good in resigning, because when the followers of Jesus' disciples were asked the question, they knew there was nowhere they could go to, because with God everything is possible. All over the place, from the popular culture to the propaganda system, there is constant pressure to make people feel that they are helpless in the things they do, that the only role they can have is to ratify decisions and even to consume them. The years can be cruel. They can take away our ideals and our enthusiasms and our dreams and our loyalties. They can leave us with a life that has grown smaller and not bigger. They can leave us with a heart that is shriveled instead of one expanded in the love of Christ. There can be a loss of loveliness in life. But God saves us from that and gives us hope to live again. And no matter how difficult your relationship or your engagements may be, do not give up, but work to build it up. And God will give you the grace that you need, because you do not want to go away also. Do you?
God, to whom shall we go?
Let us pray. Lord Jesus Christ, we thank you for your life-giving word, and we thank you especially because you want us to stay with you, to be unique, made in your image, molded and shaped from your own potter's wheel, fashioned out of the dirt and grime of this world to be uniquely us. We confess for times when we have wanted to go away from you because the task of following you is too difficult and the world is so confusing for us. We just want to be alive again with you, aligned with you, journey with you, grow with you, to become what you started in us, so that together we can do all the things you told us were possible, and we can actually be all that you want us to be. We ask this through Jesus Christ, your Son, our Lord. Amen. Amen.